A lot of people love fresh pineapple but are intimidated with how to slice one up. I want to show you a technique that is much easier to do with less waste, so let's hop to it. Be sure to watch this episode all the way through for a great way to utilize all of the pineapple scraps. If you're like us, you eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. I joke that Mrs. Hoptuit is a fruitaholic. Her addiction to fresh fruit keeps me constantly buying and cutting up all sorts of fruits. I always hated cutting up the fresh pineapple. It was a pain to remove the skin, and I always ended up with a lot of it wasted. So I came up with a simple and easy way to cut one up. I start with a washed, fresh, ripe pineapple. I've already twisted the crown of leaves off of it, and I put them in my composter. I have two sharp knives, a large chef knife and a smaller paring knife. First, I cut off the top and bottom of the pineapple, about 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch thick. I saved the ends in a large bowl. Now here's where everyone tells you to do the messy skinning stuff by running the blade down the sides, trying not to cut off too much or too little. Good luck with that. I don't do it that way. Instead, I place the pineapple on its side and cut it into slices about a 1/2 inch thick. I'm not super worried to make them all even slices. Thicker, thinner, a bit uneven, it really doesn't matter. Now that I've cut all the slices, I take the paring knife and, starting under one of the pineapple eyes, cut around it like this. You want to remove the eyes, but still leave as much fruit as you can. I remove the skin and save it into the bowl. I check the slices to make sure there are no eyes or bruises on it. If I find any, it's easy to trim them away. Now I take the knife and slice the piece of pineapple straight down the center. I take each half and use the knife to cut out the hard core like this. I toss the cores in the scrap bowl. I like to dice the pineapple into small wedges like these. If you prefer, you can cut them into larger chunks or even just leave them in the half circles. Once you get the hang of it, it really doesn't take very long to finish skinning and coring all the pieces. I end up with a nice big bowl of pineapple chunks, which I'll cover and put in the refrigerator. I also have a large bowl of pineapple scraps. Most people would just toss these in the garbage, but there is another great use for them. Fresh pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain breaks down proteins, so it's a primary ingredient of many meat tenderizers. Even though these are just the scraps, they still have a lot of flesh on them, so there's a lot of bromelain left. I'll use them to put together my own easy-to-make meat tenderizer. I put 1½ cups of water in my blender. I slice the skins and the pineapple scraps into small pieces and toss them in. A little blender action turns them into a slurry. I can keep this mixture in the fridge for up to 4 days. To use it, take your steak, place them in a Ziploc bag, and add a cup or so of pineapple slurry to it. Make sure all the pieces are coated and let it marinate for between an hour and an hour and a half. When they're ready, rinse the steaks off very well. Dry, season, and cook them like you normally would. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to high-five my like icon, jingle the bell, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I have a lot of videos in the works, and I'd love to share them with you. Until next time, keep eating!